everybody, Brent Florica here. Welcome back to episode 11 of Sketchbook B. Today we're going to do something that I've been looking forward to do for a while, especially since there's a lot of people out there who are looking for options, really, to get into marker art and, see stuff online or whatever and think, wow, that's really cool. I want to try out some marker stuff. This looks like fun. I fell into that category myself, and so you're looking for, okay, well, where do I start? It seems like there's a zillion kinds of markers, and you don't really know which one to get. They seem pretty expensive in the alcohol marker range. A little while ago I came across an ad online for some other markers, and I decided, well, they were quite affordable by comparison, and they were even advertising them, I believe, as, an alternative to copic markers. So I thought, ooh, okay, well, that sounds great. Let's see what they're all about. So I ordered their starter set, which has 30 markers in it, and these are the Prestigify Pros. Now, if you're wondering, it says Prestigify. Well, that's because the P has fallen off since I got them, so now I have to get started. So, in this video, I am going to do my review of these Prestigify Pro markers and just come up with some kind of test, I guess, just to show you what these markers are capable of, my thoughts on them. I've had some time to use them, to play around and come up with my opinion on them. But yeah, feel free to comment below if you've used these. Let me know what you think of them, and we'll see how it goes. So starting off, you open the very cheap bag and you have 30 markers. Now, they advertised this set with this image, but this is the set that I received. And honestly, this was one of the most disappointing things about this set, the lack of colors. There's no vibrant red, orange, purple, just lots of grays, muted browns, and greens, which makes it really hard to keep your art from looking just dark and blah. So that was very disappointing. The design of the markers is interesting with the sloped top, and to Prestigify's credit, they have the colors on top and bottom with the color code and color number, but the markers were filthy and the lettering on them smudged all over the place. Also notice that you cannot buy these individually, so if you wanted to get a bigger set, you'd get a lot of doubles of the 30 marker set that you already have. The nibs were often installed crooked in the holders, which can be annoying sometimes as well. I got a piece of paper to see what these can do, started by trying to achieve different line thicknesses with the bullet nib and chisel nib. The bullet nib is okay, but it's hard to achieve line thickness variation, especially within the same stroke. The chisel tip lays down great color and even achieves a fairly thin line, but cannot go in between fat and thin strokes cleanly. Several of the markers were dry from basically the time I bought them, like the blue I've scribbled with here, which cuts the already limited set of 30 down even further. Also, to address one of the biggest issues, while most of the markers are fairly odorless, the black marker really smells strong when you use it and will definitely give you a headache if you are sensitive to that permanent marker kind of smell, so use with caution. Now, they advertise incredible blending capability on the website, but really I'd say it's more like average blending capability. If you're blending colors that are similar, like blue-green, they do blend okay, but anything spread out more than that presents a real challenge to do smoothly. I tried a couple of spheres to see how they would handle that, one as a smooth blend and the second as more of a cell-shaded option. And while passable for some rougher work, the dark color presented a problem for blending, and you can't be too precise with the bullet nib. All in all, they are a very cheap alternative to copic markers at about $1.75 a marker compared to more like $9. There are lots of knocks against them, but they do lay down really nice solid colors with the chisel tip when they aren't duds that are dry, and seem to have decent longevity. With my initial assessment out of the way, it's time to put them to the ultimate test and see what kind of art I can do with them. I'm going to try and play to Prestigify's strengths, so I give them a fair shake, which means that anything with characters is kind of out of the question. I've chosen to do a building, which is actually how Prestigify advertises the markers. They showed a video of a building being colored in. Lots of big areas of color, limited shading and gradients, so this could be okay. Fun fact for you, I actually design houses for a living here in Regina, Canada, but I went to college in Ontario, Canada, where my team and I designed this apartment building that I'm drawing now in our third year project back in 2013. A lot of fond memories there for me, so shout out to my Majesty Designs teammates. Comment below if you found this review helpful or illuminating, and if you're enjoying this video, please take the 0.25 seconds and hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. After the penciling and inking with my Micron pens are out of the way, I moved to the marker test, trying to play to the strengths of the Prestigify Pros to give them a chance to do something cool. My colors were limited, but I was able to get some juice out of the blue that was dry earlier by using the bullet nib end instead of the chisel tip, which allowed me to basically achieve the colors of the original building design I came up with in 2013. There's a lot of stone on this building, so I tried to vary my stroke pattern to achieve a texture which came out okay, I think. Let me know below if you think it was effective. Ultimately, I think for images like this of buildings where you just want some quick color laid down to visualize something, these are great for that. But if you want to do character coloring or more advanced or detailed stuff, my recommendation would be to go a different route, at least something with a brush tip. At this point in the drawing, I think I overworked it a little bit. I should have just stuck with the white sky to make it look as best as I could, but I wanted to see if the markers were able to handle a full drawing, not just parts of a drawing. So I pressed on, trying to add some clouds, and this is where the lack of light colors really shot me in the foot, but let me know what you thought in the comments. Here comes the reveal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for June's Colors of the Month Challenge. Thanks for joining me at Sketchbook B. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed your time here. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on new episodes. Also, feel free to click on the links to check out my other content. That's all for now. See you next time.